don't need words, we don't need confirmation. They only slip and stain and decay with imprecision. I know you know me well.
I love music because it is healing, it has saved my life, it has made me feel empowered. I think that when we hear music and hear lyrics that speak to that inner truth that we're scared to tap into, it can bring healing.
We don't need words, we don't need confirmation.
Because I learned my way into music from the group singing inside of a church and that kind of musical, emotional catharsis, I feel like I still want to tap into that spiritual, cathartic, emotional, healing musicality.
All the jokes and tales we tell, you know me well.
My favorite kinds of songs are songs that have lyrics that you're not supposed to sing, or phrases that you're not supposed to say, things that feel wrong, or things that we're scared to explore. I've been playing guitar since I was like 12 years old, and I really got good at playing guitar and singing and writing from the church in Mesquite, Texas. I would lead worship every Wednesday. Growing up, in Texas, there were things that I was scared to say. There were parts of myself that I found counterculture and terrifying. So when I found music that spoke to those things, I found healing and I found empowerment. So I'd like to do that. I'd like to write music and lyrics that can empower people and guide people into themselves so that they can love themselves and learn themselves and know themselves and sing themselves. So this is the weirdest time I've ever been through. An election, a civil rights movement, a pandemic. It's really stressful and very sad. But I find great pleasure in reading books and articles and watching interviews from civil rights leaders from the past who have been speaking truth to power for a long time now. So I'm in this moment having all of these questions like, how do I move forward? How do I exist? How do I fix all of this mess? And it brings me pleasure to find those voices in history that already have a lot of the answers that we need.
But there is a light at the end of the tunnel, so hold your head up. Oh, the world's a spinning.
As a Black gay man, I feel the most seen in 2020, more so than I would in 1920. And that thought led me to wonder, well, what would happen if I did exist in the 20s? And so that led me and David Gomez to Federico Garcia Lorca, who was a queer Spanish playwright who came and visited Harlem in 1929. So we kind of decided to create our own little musical fan fiction, and we asked the question, who did Federico Garcia Lorca meet while he was in Harlem? Who inspired him? Where did he go? Who did he fall in love with or not fall in love with? And what would his music sound like in that time? This song is called Hold Your Head Up, and I wanted to write a song of encouragement and empowerment. And there's this John Foreman quote that I love. He says, "It's really easy to throw a rock. It's a lot harder to build a stained glass window. I used to get angry at the people who threw rocks, but now I'd rather spend my time building stained glass windows." So I wanted to create a song that could exist as a stained glass window of encouragement and hope and love.